Rest easy. Rest in peace. Queen Elizabeth, rest in peace. It's the Football Power Hour. Whew. We have to review Manchester United versus Real Sociedad. Real Society. Real Sociedad. En español. Como mis hermanos puede decir. Like, it's called, the team is called Real Society. In English, it's called Real Society. Well, the news is the score was 0 Manchester United and 1 to the Real Society. Let me fade down the music so you hear me, so I'm not shouting. So the score was 0 Manchester United and 1 to the Real Society. So, okay, let's just go ahead and just give the flowers to Real Sociedad and say they deserved it. They played a very good defensive game. To be honest, that game was meant to be a 0-0 draw, you know? Or not meant to be. That game played out to be something that was fit enough to just be a 0-0 draw. But guess what? Somehow we let Torrientes come to Old Trafford and look like a top baller. Torrientes. Somehow we let Merino look like a top baller. I'm sorry, my guy, I'm shouting because these red lunatics, you predicted it actually. You predicted that these red lunatics are going to lose. And guess what? They did. They lost by 1-0. And you, my friend, deserve a treat for predicting that, So I hope you don't fall asleep. All right. So, anyway, we're talking about how Torrientes looks like a top baller, and Merino looks like a top baller, and Mendes looks like a top baller, and Kubo and Silva, obviously. 36-year-old Silva said, "Hey, Modric, you think you're good at 36? Hold my beer. Let me show you." And indeed, Silva put in a good performance. And hey, we'll get to the refereeing in a second, but the team performance was just not up to par. It was not up to what we as a fan base pray for, So let's just go ahead and be like, yo, what the hell are you doing? Casemiro! Why are you shooting so much? In places where it doesn't make sense, in places where you can make one more pass. I know you're trying to take the spot back from Scott McTominay, but take your time with it. We all know you're better than Scott. You don't have to fight it. Casemiro, man, just slow down. Sit down with Scott McTominay, in fact. Take notes from Scott. It doesn't mean that Scott is better all time. It just means Scott is doing things better right now. It takes somebody. Hey, it's actually, I'm not fucking around here. I'm saying, like, sometimes, even though you're the more skilled person, even though you're the better qualified person, sometimes you need to take notes. You need to take a lesson from the person that's a little less skilled for that position or that opportunity. Okay? For that person that's considered a little less suited, you need to learn from them. And that's why, you know how Fred and Scott McTominay survived so many managers? Because them motherfuckers show up to work early. They give their best. They play even if their ankle is freaking feeling uncomfortable. They play through the pain. And if you don't take example from that, if I don't take example from that, we're not going to progress. So the point is right now, Casemiro, take notes from Scott. Because Scott, he's doing the right things lately. And we missed him tonight. And why? Why? I don't know why. I don't know why you feel like it must be the champagne. Casemiro, it must be the champagne from the celebrations of the freaking La Liga and Champions League, and you out here hungover. You need to get rid of the hangover. That's what I'm going to say, Casemiro. We're moving on to you, CR7. Just hold the ball. Okay, Bruno, tell CR7 to hold the ball. Tell CR7 to pass to a teammate. Tell CR7 the transfer window is over. Ronaldo, focus. Why am I so tight? It's because I know what the CR7 goat curry tastes like. I know what you're capable of. So just take your time with it, man. It seems like you still in Perth right now. You on your last leg of preseason and you've played enough minutes now. You've had a full game versus Brentford. You've had a full game now versus the Real Society. So you better do something next game. Fred, can you speak Portuguese anymore? Do you still have your passport? Because Fred, it's like you're not talking to Casemiro. Y'all are not communicating. Casemiro out here doing outlandish passes, and you right there, you are over here also like being swayed by Royal Society. Fred. You and Jaden Sancho gonna make me lose my voice. Because Jaden Sancho, did you want to show up to work today? Let's just be fair and honest. Like, let's talk about it. Some people, let's just be fair. Some people today were woken up by the alarm. Some people woke up before the alarm. Some people set an alarm. Some people didn't set an alarm. So I'm inclined to believe that Jaden Sancho, the way you played, you definitely did not set an alarm. The people that you live with set an alarm and woke you up and told you, hey, there's a game today. Because you came on in the second half and looked like them motherfuckers that are looking forward to finishing that day at work. Seems like things are fading, Jaden. The last game here wasn't too impressive either. So you better show up versus Vieira because, you know, as my boy KG would say, it's not looking good, fam. It's not looking good, bruv. Big man ting. Jaden Sancho, I'll tell you right now, you looking like a small man ting, and it's not looking good, bruv. Okay? So, freaking Harry, when you are captain, why do we lose? When you start the game as captain, explain to me why, when you start the game as the captain, we lose. Why? When Bruno starts, we don't. ¿Por qué? Pourquoi? Vraiment, I gotta know, brother. It because right now it seems like you're the odd piece in the puzzle. Okay, to the right of you, you got Dallo. In front of you, you got Casemiro. To the left of you, you got Martinez. A little bit further to the right, you got Anthony. You gotta learn some Spanish or Portuguese, bro. Cause I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what suggestion I have for you, Harry. But things ain't looking good. But like they're also not looking good for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. How, Aaron? How are you on the bench? And the freaking coach decides to play Victor, Victor Lindelof on the right in the second half. Tell me how. Make that part logical. For real, Aaron. Definitely you definitely far away from Qatar. You far away. You Wambisaka, I got a lot of faith in you. I feel like you can wake up and turn things around. You know, people always blame you for not finding the cross, but with the Ten Hag system is the triangles. You can find a quick pass in, you can find a triangle pass and get into space and be a threat and get a shot at goal. Or, like I feel like the opportunity is there for the taking for you, and you have to rise to the occasion. You and Donny. Donny, please don't become the Eric Bailly in the midfield. It seems like you're becoming the Eric Bailly or Neil Kane. Thank you for tuning in. Eric, man, we miss you. But freaking, what's his name? Donny? He feeling like he's about to be the Eric Bailly of the midfield. The moment when we need him to turn up, Donny is not around. Donny injured. So we pretty much had to go with Fred as Cam. Fred as the number 10. Does that even make sense? You know what the pundits, a lot of pundits actually talked about this being like, hey, Fred is gonna fit the puzzle, you know, the most, and rightfully so, because Fred is very good at pressing. Fred is very good in anticipation, and he can win a ball in a very high area in the field. But we saw today that like as the sole number 10, Fred is going to cut it. So we just going to be like, yo, all right, let's just start with David De Gea. It's funny. I had predicted Dubravka would start. Sorry, buddy. I predicted Dubravka would start, but it wasn't Dubravka. It was David De Gea. David, there wasn't any crazy, ridiculous, you know, mis. What's the word? Like yo, David, how could you do that? There wasn't any of that. It was more like, okay, distribution, okay, attempt to try to save that penalty. So, you did your best in the situation that you could. You were not bothered a lot in the first half. So it's really difficult for you to be given. Even though we lost, I can't give you a D. I also can't give you an A because this is not a clean sheet. So we're talking about either a B or C. So if it was a B, you would have had to have a phenomenal or good save for it to be a B, but it's gotta be a high C, my G. So unfortunately, David De Gea ends up with a C. Let's play, I don't know, on a distance, we'll play you know, some jams. So David, that's what you get. On the right, we had our Portuguese brother Diogo Dalo. Diogo, uh, it's funny. Diogo was not Diogo, the usual Dalo that we know. No crazy, not even crazy, no crazy errors. But like obviously he was substituted, but like also no effective offensive contribution. So you can't even get a B. It's a very high C. You know, and it's just gonna end up that way. So Maguire, unfortunately, Harry Maguire, as much as I'd love to give you a bad grade, you had a solid performance. I can't lie. It can't be a D. The goal, the penalty you conceded, you had nothing to do with it. You did a lot of good clearances, a lot of interceptions, a lot of important aerial clearances. So you have to get a B. Funny, but that's just how it goes. Victor, Lindelof. So if you ended the game at center back, you would have also got a B. But like your performance in the first half was a B at center back, but you moved to right back. I don't know, as a little bit of like shame to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, or it's just one of those things that like gives me a lot of hope in Ten Hag's interchangeability of like, hey, maybe one day we might see Martinez in the middle of that midfield. Maybe we might just see, a few more changes. We might see Scott McTominay at center back, So because of Scott McTominay, that's a position he's played at national level, national team level. So Victor, you've played right back at national team level, but today it did not look anything like it. So for that reason, my friend, you have to get a C. It cannot be a B. I'd love for it to be a B. You know, Tyrell. So Tyrell, honestly, Tyrell, there were not too many mistakes. He was substituted, and I just have to say, you just had a good day, good performance, almost like as good as Maguire. So it has to be a B. You know, that's just how it went. And then we obviously had the curious case of Casemiro. Me, Casa, Su Casa. That's what he said to Real Sociedad because my man Casemiro was giving balls like away, left, right, and center. He was trying that forward pass a bit too much, a bit more, a bit too much to the extent that I feel like he was trying to prove a point to Scott McTominay, and that shouldn't. It's a little bit of a testament to his character and his reaction to how the manager has treated him so far. Because Casemiro, you could have performed better. You could have done a lot more, took a lot more simpler decisions, and your performance would have been a lot better. I would have given you a better grade. I would have given you tried. I would have given you a C, but then you tried not more than once, not more than twice. You tried to shoot. Sometimes in situations where I'm like, man, you could try one more pass. We could try to recycle the ball a little bit more. So for that reason, it can't be a B. Definitely never a B. It can't be a C. It's a D. Wow, a very good D though. That's what she said to me, talking about my ex, who supports Arsenal. But anyway, the reason why we broke up is because she supports Arsenal. Yo, I could have fun by myself on this stream. But Erickson, we need to keep everything intact, my G. I am really, really mad at Rashford for the way he celebrated with you on the previous game with the chest bumps. I'm gonna repeat it. Rashford, chill with the chest bumps. We know Erickson, he had doctors look at him. So we don't want nothing happening to Eric. He's the best. Without him, we look dull as a month. We look like we gonna need to make some signings in January because things look like it's the same old, same old. So without you, Christian, we can't. Bruno, cross. No, 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 no. I'm talking to Bruno Fernandez. Not you, not you. I told his other name, Bruno. Bruno, cross the. Can you practice freaking corners? Can you deliver a corner to an intended target? Because we need to. Yo, Erickson can. Luke Shaw can't. Now, Bruno, you need when you're crossing long free kicks, long free kicks from like far away positions on the field, you can actually cross a ball. When you're crossing during gameplay, you can cross a ball. But I don't know why you can cross a ball when it's a corner kick. Such a disgrace, man. Such a disgrace. I'm gonna need to talk to KG to import the disgrace soundbite from him because, like, Bruno, your performance today was a disgrace. I literally can't even like remember. Is there anything that I wrote down that I said about Bruno? Nothing. Nothing. He came in obviously as a sub for Ericsson, and man, anyway, whatever. Let's just give you Ericsson your grade and move on. Ericsson, as I told you, I hope things stay intact. Sorry, I sidetracked, but you get the B. All right. The next person in the midfield was what? Who? Fred, I feel. I think it was Fred. Fred, you were, I don't know, you need to refine your Portuguese just like I need to and talk to Casemiro because both of y'all got, you know, look at that. You're not a number 10. We established that today. You're not exo cam. We established that today. But obviously, you can win the ball in high positions. You're good at high anticipation. You have a very, very excellent defensive work rate, very good attacking work rate. And we need to figure out where you fit in this puzzle. Definitely, it's not my job, it's Eric's job. So, but right now, my G, you go with a whipping D. Now, let's talk about Anthony, one of the triple A batteries. Let's start with Elanga, okay? Elanga, Elanga, you tried to do too much sometimes, but also you were a little spackle, a little dazzle, a little, beating one, two players, three players. Just like when Martinez came in, you and Martinez beat more players than anybody that I saw. I'm curious. I'm curious. Anybody that's in here, yo, Neil Kane, let me know what you thought about Elanga's performance because Elanga, I thought you were actually a bright spark, and I have to give you a B. You know, you and Anthony were trying, even though Anthony definitely tried way, way, way more than he should have. You know, he can't get a B, obviously, because then that means your performances are the same. So Anthony has to get a C. But you and Anthony deserve Anthony, it should be a B, but you deserve some, applause. And I'm gonna give you, you know, no. No, 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 not the donkey, not the donkey, not the donkey, not the donkey, definitely. My fault, my fault, my fault. I had to play everything to cover that sound. But this is you. That's for you, Elanga. Okay? And you, Anthony. For the double A batteries that we had in place today, and obviously we had CR7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, CR7. I already complained about you, my guy. I need you to hold the ball. I need you to just complete a few passes, please. You get a C for CR7 because C for Cristiano. I don't know. Maybe you're into a poetry as well, but we big shout out. I normally don't ever want to rate the subs, but big shout out to Lisandro Martinez. The butcher came in there and showed that he is not to be messed around with, and he deserves. There we go. He came in there. It was like, and that's why we need to check your motherfucking bank statement. What's your name? What's his name? Let's check the referee's name? The Real Sociedad match Marco Di Bello. We need to check your Cash App. We need to check your bank statements. We need to check. We need to be monitoring shit because you were definitely paid. Who was the assistant referee? Let's see. What does the article say? Fabiano Preti, Giorgio Peretti. Sound like them motherfuckers are cousins. Preti, Peretti. No, sounds like, yeah, not brothers. They sound like they're distant cousins or or loosely related somehow. But Why couldn't you say something? Fourth official. Let's look up his name. Eric Ten Hag, Real Sociedad will be no Giovanni. No video assistant. There we go. Massimil, man, Italian names. That motherfuckers make good pasta though. One of the best dishes I ever had in my life was in Rome. But Massimiliano Irati and your assistant Marco Guida. Yo, y'all were having pasta in that room. Y'all were eating pasta instead of working. Did you see? Can we get a referee that has taken physics as an elective? Can we get a referee that studied how the ball moves? Because how, when you're looking that way, the ball hits somebody's thigh and it hits the hand, not even the outer part of the hand over here. And we're talking closer part of the hand. How is that a penalty? How is that not something you're like, referee? Listen, I got pasta in my mouth, but you need to go to the screen because I'm still chewing some pizza right now. Marco Guida, do your job. I need the Europa League to employ some referees that have studied some physics and know a little bit about how the velocity of the ball is, how the spin of the ball is, how a defender can act and has to act. I did not want to run out of my voice. It's a Thursday. And he predicted the loss. Check it at 11 minutes 26 on the match preview. And Eric Ten Hag, I did not give you your grade, my guy. You did great in terms of rotating the team. You did great in terms of not giving in to the English text and putting in Shaw. I don't know if he's injured or whatever, but I didn't see him, so But them guys are not galvanized, and look at the grades. So you can definitely not get an A with these grades, my friend. You can definitely not get a B. I think you're looking at a C, Eric. Good lineup. Good rotation. Okay in-game tactical reactions and in-game management. Um, Inadequate execution in the game plan. So what does that mean? It means the manager cannot get a B if it's not at least 1 point. Them dudes, how? How? Explain to me, Eric. Look me in the eye and tell me how does motherfucking Bernaturientes get on a plane, come to Old Trafford, look like a top baller, and leave with 3 points? Look me in the eye and make that part make sense. You, Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, and that all the VAR assistant staff, all of them, we have to monitor your accounts because there was some bribery going on. And definitely, we're not happy. We're not impressed. And as Manchester United fan, as even just a neutral fan of football will tell you that should have been a draw. Now, I do not want to watch a game that's a draw, Eric. I do not want to watch a game that's a draw at all, ever. I want to win. I want to pick up the 3 points. And not right now. We couldn't do it versus Real society? Real society? We must be a fake society. For real.